What would it be like if you could make just an additional $500 on Amazon this month? Or maybe it's your first month on Amazon. In this video, I'm going to break down some of the tips and tricks that have helped me do this. And most of my channel is built where you can come back and watch videos over and over again to help you. My name is Jenny Hansen Lane. I've made over $132,000 with book income. This is a book income stream channel where we talk about all the different tips and tricks of self-publishing. I've published 611 books, and I would really like to get to 700 books by the end of the year, but I am just, we're going. Okay, so let's talk about making $500 on Amazon this month. And this is the most important thing, and it's going to feel boring because it's so tactical, but tactical is practical. Okay, tactical is practical, and when we can do these things, it makes such a difference. Okay, now what I've been seeing a lot when people are not making money online, they're just not even using customer search terms. We're also going to call these keywords. Okay, we'll even put this customer search terms are also KW. Okay, they're keywords, and so a lot of times people put in one title on it. They put in one keyword on Amazon and they expect the book to sell. Maybe an example of that, let's do it maybe in a red. They just call their book a coloring book. Okay. Can you see why this would not be great? It's mostly because there's 90 million monthly buyers and there are, I don't know how many self-publishers, but just the keyword for coloring book, it has over like 70,000 results. And so it's almost like you walk out onto a corner of a street and you're next to 60,000 people that are saying coloring book, coloring book, coloring book, coloring book. And some of those have huge marketing budgets, so their megaphone is like louder. They're like coloring book. Some of them have been doing it for a long time, so their covers are really, really good. And like they don't have to shout because everyone is in line to buy their book. So I want you to think about this, that we need to use long tail keywords. We need to use a little bit more than just one basic like coloring book. Okay. Now there is sometimes you would use a short tail keyword, but I would say wait until you start making money before you experiment with that, because they're typically shorter keywords can sometimes have more competition. And that's just my sample size. You might have other channels that you follow that talk about self-publishing, and that's great. Everyone has their own like experience based off of their sample size. Okay. So the second part of this is a subtitle. This is a long tail keyword. If you've watched any of my videos, I talk about like making your book where like it's a party invitation. One of the reasons that I like this is because you don't actually have to put the subtitle on the cover of the book. That is something that is optional. And so I like to call out the customer in the subtitle so the customer knows it's for them. Okay. And so I don't do just like for moms, like, you know, I'm going to really talk about the benefits of this book. And I might even, sometimes you'll see different types of examples, benefits in the subtitle and features in the subtitle, but I always like to focus on like who it's for. Okay, so these are like the basic foundations to getting to that point where you start making $100 a month or $200 a month or $500 a month. The second part of this is that when people fill out descriptions, they're not actually utilizing all the mechanisms that they have for that. And when I say mechanisms, it's like you have 3,000 characters that you can paint the picture. You can tell people like why the book is going to be for them, right? You can, and so here, your takeaway here, like your homework assignment, is that you're using keywords that are relevant and you're using a lot of them, because there's 90 million monthly buyers. They all say things differently, but we want to tap into that market. Okay, so it's really powerful in that way. The third part of this, we had a question on our channel about if we should use sentences or just basic keywords for backend keywords. And the way that this can be explained the best, I would say, is treat this like you're talking to a robot. Like that is my best advice. And you kind of are, because it's Amazon's AI at work. They've been doing this literally since I almost put 66. I don't even know if Jeff Bezos is that old. He might be. 1996. Okay, so every time that you write something in here, Amazon is going to take it and make a different algorithm based off of those keywords. So if you find something very relevant, I wouldn't mix around those words a lot. I'd keep them just like you found them. But also, there's a lot of times people will just put one word in, and that goes back to our original strategy that we've learned that that's going to be really hard to rank for stuff when you don't give Amazon enough information. So make sure that when you're doing this, that you're utilizing this as much as possible. Okay. One thing that really changed for me in my life, this is outside of books, but it's eternal truth, so it applies. And that is something that my kids hear me say, my husband. I just wrote it wrong. That's so funny. Okay, this really changes everything. Okay, you already know what I'm gonna write. Information leads to inspiration. Okay, so a lot of times when you come to this channel or you haven't made money, and there's plenty of you that are making money, and I commend you, but we have to lean into information to be inspired. And so when we're playing the Amazon SEO game, like the customer search term game, we've got to tap into that, right? We need to like set aside our ego and say, like, what do the customers want? And that's information. Okay. And so I always allow myself to be inspired by the information I'm getting. The information I'm getting on BookBeam or Self-Publishing Titans or Publisher Rocket. Okay. That fuels my creativity to say, what can I make? And then, it's the inspiration that allows us to do that. But it's really hard to have good success if we're not doing the proper like market research. Okay. A big thing to your first $500 a month on Amazon, or just your first $500 in general, is that you avoid niches that are very competitive. So I've talked about that. Like there's some categories, there's 60,000. You can't just slap your book in that category. You've got to niche down more. So the customer is, there's less customers that are willing to pay for that thing, but they're still buyers. Okay. So if you're like, so there's sometimes now I will compete in categories that have 60K books because I've done this 600 times. And so every single book, right? Like you guys have heard me say this before, but like a rep comes from every book. Pretty soon my penmanship will get better, right? When you put in the reps, you get better, you get stronger, you stay active. Like it's an important principle of mastery. And so this might feel a little bit somber of a video, but it's like just cheering you on that like take the foundation seriously so it can bless your life like over and over and over and over again, right? Every day you can have that trickling effect that like maybe the first royalty is from your first book, $3.69. You guys remember my first royalty, right? On the whole month of Amazon in January of 2022, okay? $18.19. So this is just a reminder, like if you don't quit, you can't lose. And I have a free training coming up and you're invited to it. I'll put a link in the description below. It's about the 3 things that help me cross 6 figures. It's an awesome training, and it's sometimes what we need to get out of our own way is understanding that there's like a better way than just checking YouTube once a month and barely opening our book account. There is a better way. So let me know what I can do to serve you. Let me know what videos would help you move the needle in your self-publishing journey, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.